just another boring Northeastern BU game, right? Outstanding college basketball game. I thought both teams played extremely hard, executed their game plans, and we were very, very fortunate to come away with a victory this evening. I was extremely proud of our freshman class who came in and really responded well in an outstanding and exciting college environment. You know, this is a terrific spot on the calendar for this game. You know, I think it's really grown in momentum in the last 2 years, and I think you know, it really kind of sets the tone for the college basketball season. And you know, again, I just thought both teams played very, very hard, and you know, if that's any indication of what we're going to see out of both teams this year, I think it's going to be a fun year for everybody.
In the overall scheme of things, and obviously you recruited him, how big was Spencer's contribution today?
Well, you know, one of the things that really we were lacking last year was a rebounder, and we really wanted to try to identify those needs and address those needs. And I have a guy on my staff named Antonio Reynolds-Dean, and he played. I helped recruit Antonio when I was an assistant at Rhode Island, and he's one of the all-time great rebounders at 6'5". And so when he asked me what we needed, I said, find somebody that looks just like you, plays just like you, block shots like you, and you know, we were very, very fortunate to convince Reggie to come up to Boston all the way from Alabama. He's got a huge heart, and you know, I think he's you know, for a first college game, that was pretty impressive.
Bill, with the shifting college landscape, as we see all the conference realignments and rivalries going, is a game like tonight a game that we're unfortunately starting to lose some of that because rivalries are kind of going away as teams change conferences, and these two used to be in the same conference?
Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to see this game go away. I mean, it just means too much to both institutions, the fan base, the students. I thought it was a great crowd. So I don't think this is going to go away. And you know, with the advent of Media Day today, this year that BU hosted, you know, there's talk of maybe some more of the local rivalries really getting started up and build some tradition into it. So I hope that comes to pass.
Having more big guys available. Last year you didn't really have that, but with Kari Black fouling out tonight and then Reggie Spencer later, you still had Kashif Edwards, Quincy Ford, and even Ryan Pearson, who didn't have a great game, but he was available.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the trick is going to be finding the appropriate time to play all those guys, but they're definitely great options, and each one of those guys brings a little something different to the table. You know, some more ball handling, some more perimeter shooting, some rebounding, some quickness. So it's a great group of 4 front court guys, and that gives us a lot of versatility. And as you said, when you get foul trouble, to have that extra big guy is just critical.
Coach, you guys were 11-point lead late in the second half. Just something they did differently, or you didn't do in that stretch?
You know, I thought, you know, well, BU really stepped up their game, but I thought we relaxed a little bit when we got the double-digit lead. I thought our shot selection got a little quick. We had a couple of critical turnovers. We didn't secure a couple of rebounds, and that's still a young team. We only have 1 senior, and I caution them in the locker room. Whenever you go on the road in college basketball, you just can't give that home team an opportunity to come back at you. If you have a lead, you have to finish the game out, and that's something we're going to need to improve upon.
Coach, what did you tell your guys at the start of overtime? Before, you know, when your team, you know, lost its lead like a few minutes before?
Yeah, you know, we lost the lead, but I still felt pretty good. We were playing pretty well, and I thought our defense could step up, and it did. You know, and that's what we were priding ourselves on, getting stops and getting rebounds. And we did a nice job on the backboard today, and I think for the most part we worked very hard on the defensive end. And 2 areas that we wanted to improve upon based on last year's season. There have been points of emphasis for us in the early season and preseason practices, and guys are starting to buy in. But it's tough to keep good players down, and BU's got a couple of really good players.
Coach, you all were down a few points about halfway through the overtime session. What really allowed you all to pull through there and ultimately helped you get the win there tonight?
Yeah, just again, I thought we got some stops, and we got some runouts and made some big plays. Kashif had a big play in transition, and John Lee and Joel had terrific games for us. I know Joel Smith. We've been pushing him to get on the backboard, and he did a nice job. Bigby came up with a huge rebound late in the overtime. So when you get into a game like that, neither team was going to go away, and you just had to find a way to tough it out. And I was proud of my guys the way they responded to both of BU's runs.
Coach, you took 11 threes in the first half, 5 in the rest of the game. Was there an emphasis after the first half on getting the ball in the paint?
Yeah, I thought they played a little more zone in the first half, and typically early in the season, teams are going to settle for threes, and I thought we did. We got some decent looks, but not great looks against their zone, and I thought in the first half we were settling. They went a little bit more man-to-man in the second half, and we were trying to attack the basket, and we did a nice job of that. Got the ball to Reggie around the basket a couple of times and got the ball inside.
Coach, you guys rebounded by about 20 rebounds. How big was it to take advantage of kind of their lack of depth in the front court, especially without Jake O'Brien? And how much does, when their power forward Don Morris is sitting on the perimeter shooting threes, that make it even, I don't want to say easier, but a little bit easier in the low blocks for you guys? Yeah,
well, I think one, it has been a point of emphasis for us, and the backboards are so critical in the game. Second shot opportunities, easy basket, putback baskets. You have to do the job on the backboard, and like I said, I think Reggie made a huge difference in that regard. But if a guy like Jake O'Brien, he's an all-conference player. He's a guy that's played very, very well against us in the past. It's hard to replace him midstream. Joe Jones is a terrific coach. They'll figure out a scheme that's going to make them effective, and I think they're going to get better, each and every week going forward. This is the first time out for everybody, and you don't really know what to expect. But we tried to execute our game plan and get on the backboards, and I thought we were fortunate enough to be successful in that.
Kari Black fouled out again, and it seemed like that was a problem for him all of last year, but it seemed like tonight it wasn't as much out by the three-point line. What was the difference in that, and did you think it might have still been a better game for him?
I thought he started the game very, very well. I was excited about the way he started the ball. He was moving the ball. He had that kind of 3-minute stretch, and they had a nice little game plan. They went in the post to Don Morris. They went right at him and got him. Got a quick foul on him, and then he got another reaching foul. And those are the ones that we've really been talking to Kari that he has to eliminate from his game. We need him available to us at the end of basketball games. We can't have him DQ'd. And he's just got to be a little bit more disciplined on those fouls. The one on Don Morris, it's tough. It was kind of seal-up play, and you get caught in the post. And he's a better perimeter defender than a low post defender. That one I can understand. But a couple of the reaching fouls, he's got to stay away from if we're going to be as good a basketball team as we want to be.
You probably had about 6 hoops today on weak side with penetration passes. Did that just happen, or was that a point of emphasis?
No, we're trying to get in the lane. We run a little ball screen motion offense, and we're trying to get into the paint, and, because I think we do have some very good offensive rebounders. And when you get in there, if a big steps up, you're able to drop the ball off. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense. I think they did the same thing to us. DJ Irvin is, he's tough to keep out of the lane. He's so quick, and when he gets in there, he wreaks havoc. We had a couple of times that we thought we had charges, and he's just so shifty that you can't really get a good angle on him. So I think dribble penetration is one of the most difficult things to guard in the college game. And I thought we got in the lane, but I thought they did as well.
Thanks,